Again, these events happening in the same month, it's crazy. And you know who's bragging about one of them and may have had some indirect role in the other, at least setting the tone? Her. She told the New Yorker magazine today that she was really calling the shots on getting Biden to leave. Very cagey but braggy at the same time. And I'll tell you, this is, I don't know, I think this is kind of scary. Listen to this.
I think that his presidency was a danger to our country, and that's why he cannot be reelected.
Yeah, he cannot be reelected. What if more people vote for him? These people, these swamp people, don't seem to allow for that. It's almost like they've had it arranged. They are going to arrange it so that he can't be president. They don't talk about beating him at the ballot box. Listen to this. This is Dick Cheney, the guy who, lied to everybody and got America to invade the wrong country.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump.
No individual. He didn't say American, he said individual. Hitler, Emperor Hirohito. This has to be reemphasized, quite frankly, because these people need to be questioned by some benevolent law enforcement outfit, which is kind of hard to think of at the federal level right now. Nevertheless, here is Judge Ludig possibly offering, this is during the January 6th nonsense, those hearings, possibly offering legal justification for doing something unthinkable to President Trump.
Donald Trump and his allies and supporters are a clear and present danger to American democracy.
So I remember when I first saw that, I thought, what's with him taking so long to say that? But now I realize it's the gravity of his words. I think he knows what he's saying. Clear and present danger essentially means in the law, at least during World War II, you can break the law to stop the clear and present danger. Behind the scenes, have they designated Donald Trump sort of domestic threat to the Constitution? If they said it publicly, why wouldn't they do it privately and come up with some paperwork? And Liz Cheney, she said the quiet part out loud a lot.
Well, we will do whatever it takes. As I said, he will not be the president of the United States again.
The arrogance about this, we'll do whatever it takes. He will not be the president. How can you be so confident? I'm on the edge of my seat. Kamala, I want you. But she knows. She knows. How did she know? Well, she does have a very tight relationship with the Secret Service. Folks, I'm sorry. Liz Cheney, talking the way she does, being as close to the Secret Service as she is, we know that from her book. This woman needs to be questioned. From the audio version, this book came out, about a year ago? Oath and Honor by Liz Cheney.
More than 7 years after the attacks of September 11th, 2001, I had been a Secret Service protectee. I kept in touch with a number of the men and women who had protected our family during that time.
Kept in touch with Secret Service agents over the years. A lot of people do that after they, you form friendships, but just remember that. Next, please.
A few days before January 6th, I called one of these former agents, a person who'd headed multiple protective details, and I asked for security advice.
Wow. Could have told the country that you were worried about security on that day. What? And she hired these guys to look out for her. She knew that something really bad was going to go down. How did she know that? Next.
Another retired agent would drive me to and from the Capitol and remain on standby throughout the day. And in the days that followed January 6th, a number of other former agents provided a private security detail.
Okay, so you see, former agents, she's really deep in the Secret Service. Next.
These were some of the same people who'd protected my family when the threat we faced was from al-Qaeda terrorists. Now they were protecting me again, this time in the face of threats from our fellow citizens, mobilized to violence by an American president.
So she gets it in her head that the Secret Service is protecting her essentially from President Trump, that President Trump is the threat. This, given all this other stuff they have said out loud and behind the scenes, I think is, well, I think she needs to be questioned, don't you? And I want to know, is one of the active Secret Service agents that she was keeping in touch with over the years, was one of them Kimberly Cheadle?
Should that roof have been secure, period?
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, you know, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, you know, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
Well, that is a total lie. It was just completely ridiculous when she said it. And there's no rule against that, as she had to admit during that one hearing she subjected that we saw.
So you said, do you remember in an ABC interview you did that you didn't have people on the roof of the AGR building because you were worried about safety because of the slope?
I recall that statement.
Okay. Does the Secret Service have written policy you can share with us about sloped roofs?
No.
Okay.
How about that? No, there is no policy. She lied. But she had this strange confidence during those hearings. Like she was back, these are just elected people smacking her around, that she's backed up by the government, the deep state. You know, she left a corporate job, a big corporate job, to become the director, and she can probably, even with this, go back to one of those corporate jobs.